half ago, and my little sister died about a month ago, a little over a month ago.
Sorry.
And now every other member of my family, all my relatives, all my cousins, all think that I am absolutely crazy. And how much,
your wife.
except for my wife and my kids. My kids are forced into believing me. I cut them off. Yeah. So everyone else, and how much time do I spend trying to convince them, do you think?
None. Zero.
Because I can't. I've tried. Even my little sister who just passed away. She passed away from Alzheimer's. It's horrible. And when she first got diagnosed, I flew down to see her. And I sat with her and her husband, and I told them everything that I knew to do, that I believed 100% would help them. And about 2 years later, I went to visit her often. About 2 years later, I'm just giving her these things constantly. Yes. And about 2 years later, I was in their pantry. I was babysitting my sister so my brother-in-law could have a break. And there I found all the product I had ever given them unopened and unused. It was horrible. But you just we can't always convince people of what we ourselves are so passionate about, what we so fully believe, what we so fully want them to believe. Sometimes they just want to believe something different. And my experience has told me over many, many years now, as painful as it can be, to probably not waste my time trying to tell them the sky is blue when they really believe it's green. Because even if I gave you the studies, they still wouldn't be with doTERRA. Even if I gave you the reports, they still wouldn't be with doTERRA.
I think so, because they were very, very devoted. So they really,
well, then I find it. Well, then I find
too.
it completely. I don't mean to put the blame on them. I just find it unfortunate that they would give that up so quickly.
Me also. I love yours. I trust in them. But to convince others, I need something.
It's
more
not your
than
job to convince others. It's not our job to convince others.
No, I get what she's saying. And it's a hard position to be in. It really, truly is. I just can't give you what you're asking for. I just have no way to give it to you. I just don't. I'm so sorry. I wish I could. And I would be willing to give you a few of some oils that were inconsequential. I'd be willing to share a couple of those with you. But I cannot just open the coffers and go, sure, here's all of... Everybody asks me this question nonstop. And believe me, we've had this discussion multiple times, and there's just no way for us to do it. Because it immediately says, here's all of our formulations.
And maybe that's your answer. Why are they so willing to do it?
Maybe because they go for cheap.
Right?
No, so they're making this claim that, well, we're out and we're sourcing and we're working with farmers and we do all that too. And I'm sorry, I know what that takes. And if they are doing that, I'm telling you, it's on an extremely small scale, if they have the ability to do it at all.
But even if someone has the test, they cannot replicate the oils, not because they are all natural.
That's not true. That's not true. If I give you the tests, you have all of my formulations. If I get somebody's GC and I want to copy their formulation, right, it's easy. I can just reverse engineer it. I can tell you exactly how they made that blend just by getting their GC.
You mean the blends, but meaning only the
even with
single oil, if it's not fitting with the arc plot, they're not going to take it on and give it to us. They're completely making sure that it's 100% fitting that diagram, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I think the long-term answer to your
peppermint
question...
isn't peppermint.
The long-term answer to your question is the arc plots, because we're never going to give people a GC. We're just never going to do it. What we have done is we've given people, here's all of our testing. Here's everything that we do. It's not just about doing a GC and a mass spec. You've got to do a chiral GC. You have to do FTIR. You have to do carbon-14 analysis. And I can tell you, most companies don't even understand what those tests are.
And they're with
right?
John Hopkins.
So I'm not trying to convince you that they're wrong. That's not what I'm saying. It's a conundrum that I don't have a solution for. So we're giving everybody everything we can. Here's complete exposure to all of our testing that we do. Here's why we do the tests that we do. Here's our scientists who do those tests. Some of them are in-house as a tertiary validation, but all of that happens outside of doTERRA, who don't have a vested interest in doTERRA. These are outside laboratories. We try to give people full exposure into all of these things because we know that we can't give them, here's all of our testing data.
He's going to be in Romania with me Sunday before I train your team. Bring the girls.
Am I?
Yeah, the presidential trip.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you scared me for a second.
Am I going to Romania? Is that where we're
where we're
going?
starting.
I don't even know where we're going. That's awesome.
We're starting.
So that's
I'm
awesome.
doing a training for them before our trip starts.
Are you?
So we'll
Okay.
find you for 20 minutes if they come, if we can get them
I am
there.
happy to sit down and talk with them and explain why we're not willing to do that, if that will help. I'm more
And
than
if they
happy
won't show
to.
up for that and they're right there, then there's your answer. You don't want them anyway, right?
It's
You get
just
him in the room and he's willing to talk to them.
I just don't know. I wish I could just say, yeah, sure, here's all the tests, but it's never, I would be lying to you if I told you that. So just being brutally honest, I don't have a solution because we are not going to give our tests out in the public view. Now, it's interesting, what's starting to happen is a lot of companies are testing our oils and they're putting tests out, which is alarming to us because that's, at some point we're going to have to react to that because you're revealing proprietary information. But so far the oils that they've done that with are ineffectual for us. They're not encroaching on any of that. Like last night I was in this big long, it's why I didn't get any sleep last night. I was in this big long email and texting discussion about a company who's been grabbing and testing all of our oils and releasing all of the results. Interesting, the positive in that was, gosh,
Oils are awesome.
they're 100% pure just like they said they are.
Right.
But the bad news in all of that is that, okay, you're on dangerous ground here. This is proprietary and protected information that you are taking out into the public airways. And at some point, and that was our discussion, we're going to have to stop that because you're analyzing blends and other things and you're trying to reverse engineer that and give people exposure. We have to protect that. That's our company trade. You hate to use the word trade secrets, but that's what we mean by proprietary. This is our secret sauce. This is how we create our blends. This is what our exact formulation is for those blends, and you can't do that.
Did you let him know?
Well, we're in process of all of those things, right? But I found it very interesting that now out in the public airwave is this completely independent, I hate MLMs, I'm going to destroy them, that's my personal mission. Holy crud. doTERRA's oils are pure, like they said they are. Right? So at least they're being honest, but it's very disturbing because it encroaches on our.
At least can you tell me which company is this one? Because we can have the test like that.
It's all over the public airwaves right now.
And they mentioned doTERRA.
Oh yeah, they mention every company. They've talked about our
Is
biggest.
it a company or is it an independent person?
It's an independent person, and they've mentioned a lot of our competitors who don't have pure oils who say that they do, and they love exposing that, and it's major issues for them. So when we saw this yesterday, we went, oh well, the good news is our oils are what we say they are.
So you can just Google doTERRA purity and it might come up now?
I don't know, probably so. Of course, we're going to take action against them. That okay, nice try, but we're not going to let you do that. You're exposing.
But thanks for the publicity.
Yeah, but thanks for the positive reinforcement of what we're saying is true. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. You win the prize of stumping Dr. Hill. You totally win because I just don't have a ready-made solution.
Just ask what the worst case scenario with the release of that would be, because if your processes are so difficult, it's so thorough, you've got this testing and the lengths you've gone to get these pure oils, then what harm can it do with releasing it? Because it will have to come to your grade.
Because people can see what our exact chemistry is within our oils. It's not an issue of purity, it's an issue of, what's that?